The sun rises over the shimmering waters of the Bosporus. Golden light spills across marble palaces, towering church domes, bustling marketplaces, and mighty stone walls that have guarded an empire for more than 1,000 years. You stand at the edge of one of the greatest cities the world has ever known. This is Constantinople. The year is 1453. In just a few weeks, the city will face the greatest siege in its history. The ancient Roman capital of the East, once home to nearly 500,000 people, stands on the brink of a transformation that will change the course of history. But today, the city is still alive. Its streets echo with merchants speaking Greek, Italian, Armenian, Arabic, and Slavic languages. Church bells ring across the skyline. Fishing boats crowd the harbor. Monks walk through narrow alleys, carrying candles and manuscripts. For one last moment, Constantinople remains the jewel of the Byzantine Empire. Join us as we walk through the city before its fall, and experience what daily life looked like inside the legendary capital of the Eastern Roman world. As we approach from the west, the first thing that dominates the horizon is the immense system of fortifications known as the Theodosian walls. Stretching for nearly 6.5 kilometers across the landward side of the city, these defenses are among the most formidable ever built. 3 separate layers protect Constantinople. A deep moat lies in front. Behind it stands an outer wall. Then rises the massive inner wall, punctuated by nearly 100 towers. For centuries, these walls have repelled Persians, Arabs, Bulgars, Rus, Crusaders, and countless other invaders. Many travelers describe them as almost impossible to breach. As we walk closer, we can see repairs made after earthquakes and previous battles. Some towers show signs of age, but the structure remains intimidating. Guards patrol the battlements. Crossbowmen watch the countryside. The smell of wood smoke drifts from nearby villages outside the city. We enter through one of the great gates. Immediately, the atmosphere changes. Outside lies farmland and open countryside. Inside begins a world of stone streets, churches, workshops, and centuries of history. The streets are narrower than many imagine. While some grand avenues remain from the city's glorious past, many neighborhoods have evolved organically over centuries. Ancient Roman columns stand beside wooden houses. Ruined palaces sit next to thriving workshops. Goats wander through side streets. Children chase each other across courtyards. The city feels both magnificent and worn. Constantinople in 1453 is no longer the enormous metropolis it once was during its peak centuries earlier. Large sections of the city contain gardens, orchards, and open spaces where densely packed districts once stood. Population decline, economic challenges, and repeated wars have left their mark. Yet life continues. Every corner reveals activity. Blacksmiths hammer iron. Bakers pull bread from brick ovens. Women carry baskets of vegetables from nearby gardens. Priests walk toward churches for morning services. The sounds blend together into the living rhythm of the city. Metal striking metal. Merchants calling prices. Dogs barking. Church bells ringing. Seagulls circling overhead. This is a city that remains vibrant despite its struggles. We arrive at the Mese, the city's historic main street. For centuries, this avenue served as Constantinople's ceremonial heart. Emperors marched here during triumphal processions. Religious celebrations filled the roadway. Foreign ambassadors traveled this route to reach the imperial palace. Although some monuments have vanished or fallen into ruin, traces of former grandeur remain everywhere. Ancient columns rise above the crowd. Statues stand weathered by centuries of wind and rain. Fragments of Roman architecture appear between newer buildings. The avenue is crowded. Merchants display imported silks. Jewelry glitters in the sunlight. Spices from distant lands fill the air with unfamiliar aromas. People from every corner of the Mediterranean mingle here. Greek traders negotiate prices. Venetian merchants discuss shipping contracts. Armenian craftsmen advertise their goods. Pilgrims make their way toward holy sites. The city sits at the crossroads of continents, and nowhere is that more obvious than here. As we continue, we pass through ancient forums that once formed the civic centers of the city. Some are partially abandoned. Others remain active gathering places. Stone columns rise from open squares. Fountains provide fresh water. Citizens gather to exchange news and debate politics. Many residents are discussing alarming rumors. Reports have arrived that Sultan Mehmed II is assembling a massive army. Some believe the walls will hold as they always have. Others fear the growing power of the Ottoman Empire. Yet daily routines continue. Life must go on. Market stalls open. Craftsmen work. Children play. The future remains uncertain, but the city still breathes with confidence born from 1,000 years of survival. Ahead lies one of the most famous locations in the city. The Hippodrome. Centuries earlier, this enormous arena hosted thrilling chariot races attended by tens of thousands of spectators. The crowds were legendary. Political rivalries, religious disputes, and public celebrations all unfolded here. Today, the Hippodrome is quieter. The grandstands that once surrounded the arena have largely disappeared. Yet important monuments still stand. The Egyptian obelisk towers above the square. Its ancient hieroglyphs connect Constantinople to civilizations even older than Rome. Nearby stands the Serpent Column, brought from Greece many centuries ago. People walk among these monuments almost casually. For residents, they are familiar parts of daily life. For visitors, they are reminders that Constantinople serves as a living museum of human history. Every stone tells a story. Now we approach the heart of the city. Nothing prepares us for our first view of Hagia Sophia. The colossal dome dominates the skyline. Even after nearly 900 years, it remains one of the most astonishing structures ever built. Sunlight reflects from its lead-covered roof. Massive buttresses support the enormous weight of the building. Pilgrims pause in silence before entering. Inside, the atmosphere changes completely. Light pours through dozens of windows beneath the dome. Golden mosaics shimmer overhead. Marble columns rise like trees within a stone forest. The scale feels almost supernatural. Candles flicker everywhere. Incense fills the air. Priests chant ancient hymns in Greek. Their voices echo through the vast interior. Worshippers cross themselves. Some kneel in prayer. Others simply stare upward in awe. For the people of Constantinople, Hagia Sophia is more than a church. It is the spiritual center of their world. It symbolizes divine protection and imperial legitimacy. Many believe the city itself exists under God's special favor. Standing beneath the dome, it is easy to understand why. Leaving Hagia Sophia, we enter the area surrounding the Imperial Palace. The palace complex once covered an enormous area overlooking the Sea of Marmara. Although parts have fallen into disrepair, it remains the residence of the emperor. Guards control access to many sections. Officials move between administrative buildings, carrying documents and messages. Messengers ride in and out throughout the day. The empire itself has shrunk dramatically compared to its former size. Yet government continues. Taxes are collected. Laws are enforced. Diplomats negotiate with foreign powers. Within these halls, Emperor Constantine XI prepares for the uncertain future ahead. Resources are limited. Soldiers are few. But determination remains strong. The palace reflects the state of the empire itself, smaller than before, weaker than before, yet still functioning, still proud, still Roman. No walk through the city would be complete without visiting its markets. The commercial districts are alive with activity. Rows of stalls stretch through covered streets and open plazas. The variety of goods is remarkable. Silks arrive from Asia. Spices come from India and Arabia. Wine is imported from islands across the Aegean. Furs arrive from the Black Sea region. Merchants display ceramics, jewelry, fabrics, books, icons, and tools. The smells are overwhelming. Fresh bread, roasted meat, olive oil, fish, incense, leather. The market is a sensory experience, unlike any other. Negotiation is constant. Prices rise and fall through lively conversation. Coins exchange hands. Contracts are signed. Ships arriving in the harbor can transform prices overnight. Trade remains the lifeblood of Constantinople. Even as political power declines, the city remains one of the world's great commercial centers. We make our way north toward the Golden Horn. The harbor is among the busiest places in the city. Hundreds of vessels crowd the waterfront. Fishing boats unload their catches. Merchant ships bring goods from across the Mediterranean. Sailors repair ropes and sails. Dock workers haul cargo. The waterfront is loud and chaotic. Orders are shouted, wood creaks, waves slap against hulls. Gulls scream overhead. Warehouses line the shore. Goods move continuously between ships and markets. A massive chain stretches across the entrance to the harbor. This defensive barrier has protected the city during numerous sieges. Residents trust it. For generations, it has helped keep enemy fleets at bay. Looking across the water, we can see foreign merchant districts. Genoese traders occupy the neighboring settlement of Galata. Their towers and warehouses rise prominently on the opposite shore. Despite political tensions, commerce connects communities throughout the region. Money often travels more easily than armies. Away from monuments and markets, ordinary life unfolds in residential districts. Many homes are modest. Upper floors project over narrow streets. Wooden balconies overlook courtyards. Families share wells and ovens. Life is deeply communal. Neighbors know each other. Children play together. Residents gather for religious festivals and family celebrations. Women prepare meals using bread, vegetables, fish, olive oil, and occasionally meat. Artisans operate small workshops attached to their homes. Tailors sew garments. Potters shape clay. Carpenters create furniture and tools. The pace of life feels surprisingly familiar despite the centuries separating us from these people. Parents worry about their children. Workers seek stable income. Young people dream about the future. Daily concerns often matter more than imperial politics. Yet everyone senses growing uncertainty. News of Ottoman military preparations spreads throughout the city. Conversations frequently return to the same question: will the walls hold? Constantinople is not only a commercial and political center. It is also a center of learning. Monasteries preserve ancient knowledge. Within quiet libraries, monks carefully copy manuscripts. Texts from ancient Greece survive because generations of scholars protected them. Philosophy, history, mathematics, medicine. The intellectual legacy of the ancient world remains alive here. In candlelit rooms, scribes bend over desks for hours. Ink stains their fingers. Pages dry on wooden racks. Every manuscript represents weeks or months of labor. These books are precious. Some scholars worry about what might happen if the city falls. Will the libraries survive? Will the manuscripts be preserved? Unknown to them, many of these texts will eventually help fuel the Renaissance in Western Europe. History often moves in unexpected ways. Although Hagia Sophia dominates the skyline, countless other churches fill Constantinople. Some are grand and richly decorated. Others are small neighborhood sanctuaries. Their domes and bell towers create a distinctive silhouette visible from nearly every vantage point. Religious life shapes daily existence. Morning prayers, religious processions, saints' feast days, charitable activities. Churches serve not only spiritual functions but social ones as well. They help support the poor, provide education, strengthen community bonds. Icons decorate interiors. Candles burn before sacred images. The scent of incense drifts through open doors. Faith provides stability during uncertain times. As external threats grow, religious devotion becomes even more important for many residents. We continue toward the shoreline, facing the Sea of Marmara. Here, another line of fortifications protects the city. The sea walls are lower than the famous land walls, but still impressive. Guards patrol towers overlooking the water. Fishing boats move across the horizon. Beyond them lies the wider world. Trade routes, allies, enemies, opportunities, threats. The sea has always been essential to Constantinople's survival. It brings wealth and supplies. It also offers strategic protection. From these walls, one gains a better appreciation for the city's remarkable location. Few places on Earth occupy a more important geographic position. Europe meets Asia here. The Black Sea connects to the Mediterranean. Empires rise and fall around this narrow strait. As the day draws to a close, the city begins to change. The golden light of sunset illuminates domes, towers, and rooftops. Shadows lengthen across streets and courtyards. Market activity gradually slows. Merchants pack their goods. Workers return home. Families gather for evening meals. The harbor remains active, but even there the pace begins to soften. Smoke rises from countless chimneys. Church bells ring again. Voices echo through narrow streets. Oil lamps appear in windows. The city becomes quieter, more intimate. Standing on a hill overlooking the Bosporus, we witness one of the most beautiful views in the medieval world. the waters glow orange and gold. Ships drift across the horizon. The great dome of Hagia Sophia catches the final sunlight. For a brief moment, everything appears peaceful, yet beneath this beauty lies growing tension. By 1453, the Ottoman Empire surrounds much of the city. Its ruler, Mehmed II, is ambitious, intelligent, and determined. He understands the symbolic and strategic importance of Constantinople. Preparations for war accelerate. Weapons are gathered. Defenses are inspected. Volunteers join military units. Citizens discuss contingency plans. Some hope for help from Western Europe. Others believe divine intervention will save the city. Many simply continue their daily routines because there is little else they can do. The uncertainty hangs over every neighborhood. The city has survived countless sieges before. Why should this one be different? No one knows. Darkness settles over Constantinople. Stars appear above the city. Torches flicker along the walls. Guards watch the countryside. Monks continue prayers deep into the night. The harbor grows quieter. Only occasional voices break the silence. From a distance, the city still appears majestic. Its walls remain standing. Its churches remain illuminated. Its people remain hopeful. Few civilizations have endured as long as the Byzantine Empire. For more than 1,000 years, Constantinople has resisted enemies, preserved knowledge, facilitated trade, and connected continents. Now it faces its final test. As we leave the city and look back one last time, Constantinople shines beneath the moonlight. The domes, towers, walls, and harbors create a silhouette recognized throughout the known world. Within weeks, history will change forever. The siege will begin. Cannons will shake the walls. Armies will clash. An era will end. Yet, the story of Constantinople does not truly conclude with its fall. The city will survive. Its buildings, traditions, and cultural legacy will influence generations to come. The knowledge preserved within its libraries will spread across Europe. Its architecture will inspire future civilizations. Its strategic position will ensure its continued importance for centuries. Tonight, however, none of that has happened yet. Tonight, Constantinople is still Constantinople, a city suspended between worlds, a bridge between continents, the last great capital of Rome. And as the lights fade across the Bosporus, we witness the final peaceful evening of one of history's most legendary cities before its fall.